What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. And we're going to do something new today. We're going to go on Giants Twitter/media and see exactly what's going on in the media space with the New York Giants. So tune in. Let's get into it. Welcome to New York Giants Full Access. All right, this is New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. And yes, we're going to be talking and looking through Giants, Twitter, and media. Another segment of New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And man, let's go get into some media, man. Let's go see exactly what's going on in the Giants Twitter sphere, Bleacher Report, ESPN, man. We're going to do all type of crazy things in this segment with New York Giants Full Access. I told you guys, Full Access Giants. You want Giants, you get it right here with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk on New York Giants Full Access. So let's head to the media room and let's go look at some of this stuff. And let's see if we get a good laugh or I explain exactly what's going on. So come on. All right, the first thing we're going to get into, we're going to be talking about Brian Dabo on the Giants. This is from Giants videos on Twitter. They're going to get a response from Brian Dabo on the actual Blake Martinez release. So let's get into it. Let's hear what he has to say, and then I'll give my point of view. But let's get into this, man.
I was wondering first if you could shed some light, since we haven't talked to you, on the decision to let go of Blake Martinez. Was that he hasn't looked the same since injury? It doesn't look like it was salary related. So why let go of Blake? Because it seemed like obviously his resume would suggest he's one of your better inside linebackers.
Yeah, appreciate the question, Ryan. All I'll say is every decision that we make regarding releasing a player is always a difficult decision. Just like all our guys, I'd say good luck to Blake and the rest of the guys that we released, and we're looking forward to getting ready on our preparations for Tennessee.
All right, first things first about that question right there from the New York Giants media. They always do this, but let's go ahead and hit them with it.
Hey, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? Hey.
Man, what are you doing? They released Blake Martinez for a reason. They're trying to bait him into a situation where they can see exactly what's going on. You know, the Giants media is pretty messy, man. They always trying to ask questions to bait people and see exactly what they're going to say and do things and try to get another tabloid out of Brian Dabo, trying to see if he's frustrated or see exactly what went on with the Blake Martinez situation. Look, they released Blake Martinez. It was a mutual decision. Maybe Blake Martinez was complaining about the playing time that he was going to get because of the new system, and he didn't fit the system well as far as Wink Martindale and the Giants were concerned. And look, didn't you guys say you wanted a rebuild? That's what a rebuild is about. You're going to lose some players that we tend to love. I mean, Blake Martinez was good while he was here. Where the first year he was here, he was very good, and then he tore his ACL the second year, and hey, look, he didn't make it a third year with the New York Giants, and it was a mutual decision. He didn't like exactly what was going on, so hey, look, it is what it is. I mean, people are getting up in arms about the Blake Martinez release. Oh, he was our best inside linebacker. He didn't even play last year. Let's see what we got in these new kids. Unfortunately, Darren Beavers got hurt, but man, we can move on. Let's see exactly what Giants fans are thinking about this subject right here. Let's see. All right, Mr. Joe Jigger. Hey, look. Hey, if you tune in on this episode, man, you might get your tweet put out on this video, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through the Twitter sphere looking exactly what's going on. Mr. Joe Jigger, shout out. He says, any good luck to all broken-hearted fans over his release. All right, Biggie, he says, for a first-year head coach, he's a master deflector. Yes, he is. That he is a master deflector when it comes to these questions that the New York Giants media are asking him. But, hey, he has to do that. He's the head coach of the New York Giants. He can't allow any outside things to come in with the team to distract the team. So, very good assessment right there by Mr. Miggy and Mr. Joe Jigger. Let's get into another segment. All right, we got Mr. Evan Neal. It says, I hate losing. I always have. Losing here is not something I want to focus on. The goal is to win. Hey, that's the type of player I want on my team. But let's hear it out of his own mouth and see exactly what he had to say to another Giants media question. Let's go.
We started asking you about what being 1-0 can do for a team. Do you have to sort of change your mindset in terms of what losses mean? You know, when you were in college, one loss put you on the precipice. 2 losses basically ended your season. Yeah. You know, in the NFL, I don't think this team's going to go 17-0, maybe, but yeah. Do you have to prepare for losses differently?
Never really had to prepare for losing because I never really lost too much in the past. I hate losing. I've always have, and you know, losing here is not something I'm going to focus on. The goal is to win. I mean, regardless, you're going to win, you're going to lose, but I'm not going to focus on losing. I'm going to do everything in my power to help this team win. You know, if we come up short, because we're going to learn from it and move on to the next week.
Do you think you'll have to learn how to do that? You've never had to really come back from losses.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be an adjustment for sure. I mean, nobody likes to lose. I hope no one likes to lose, so I'm sure that's going to be an adjustment for me, but it's one that, you know, I feel like.
So you heard Mr. Evan Neal to that question, how you're going to adjust to losing. Basically what they're saying to him is how you're going to adjust to losing because we're going to be a losing team. I mean, that's what a lot of the mindset of these Giants fans going on right now. But, hey, I love the response Evan Neal got right there. He said, yeah, you're not going to win every game, but you need to take something from every loss and learn from it and not create the same mistakes. I hate losing. I always have. Losing here is not something I want to focus on. Listen to that, Giants fans. Losing is not what we do here with the Big Blue Crew as far as focusing on losing. No, we focus on making this team the best possible team that we can. And we need more players like Evan Neal to do that, to come to this squad and have that type of mindset instead of a losing mindset like a lot of these Giants fans have. Oh, we're going to lose. We're going to get killed by the Titans. Derrick Henry's going to have 200 yards. Blase, we're going to go 3-14. Oh, we're going to go 4-13. Well, I can't see us getting past 5 wins. Oh, man, we suck. We suck the past 10 years. Man, look. You keep having that mindset, you're going to keep getting destroyed, man. I'm telling you, the power of the tongue is vicious, man. You keep speaking that negative nonsense, it's going to happen. But I love the mindset right there. Appreciate what he had to say. So let's get into what some of you guys had to say about this. Danny Dimes, he says, man, I love this dude, mature beyond his years. Yes, he is. I mean, that's a mature mindset to go towards what you want to do as a player in the NFL, not just playing for the Giants, but as a player, as life in general. Yeah, you're going to take some losses. Yeah, we're not going 17-0. We all know that. But you're trying to ask him a question to try to press him because he comes from a winning situation, and basically you're pressing on him that we're going to be a losing team, and is he going to lose his mind because we're losing? No. He's going to take his lumps, he's going to learn from them, and he's going to get better. Same thing Andrew Thomas did. He took his lumps in the first half of his first season and now he's become one of the top offensive linemen in the league. So, yeah, we got to get into that. Mark B says, what a question. Exactly. Hold on. I got to do this one for you. What a question. Got to do this.
Hey. What are you doing? What is wrong with you? Hey.
Yo, like, what are you doing with that question, man? That question is stupid. But he says, what a question. Losers should never come to mind. Great answer. Yeah, that's a tremendous answer right there. Way to go ahead and answer that dumb question professionally, Evan Neal. But let's get into some more media. All right, we're gonna get into Mr. John Schmelk. Looks like he has the Giants Huddle podcast. I know you guys like that. You know, have Art Stapleton, got the New York Post with Schwartz and Tom Rock. They're gonna give a little bit of preview of the season coming up. Let's just hear what they have to say real quick.
So if things go well this year, Tom, you mentioned it. You have a chance to get to 10 wins. Paint the rosy picture that you guys could realistically see happening this year, that you think the Giants would have an enjoyable year. Tom, go ahead.
Saquon Barkley is in the conversation for MVP of the league as we get to December, and they are running over everybody behind Evan Neal as a fire engine, clearing the path, and Saquon Barkley slipping behind him in the passing lane.
Paul.
Things that make Giants fans happy. You know what? It's a new coaching staff. You know, Brian Dabo, welcome to the this new century. You get that first year bump. The offense looks better. They control the ball a little bit. They have a lead once in a while. Giants never have a lead. So what happens with a lead? Oh, now Wink Martindale can say, okay, we can put some pressure on. So the coaching synergy works. And
all right, you heard what Mr. John Schmelk and Tom Rock and New York Post, Mr. Schwartz. You heard what he said, man. He said Saquon Barkley might be the talk of MVP of the league in December. Hey, a little positive things going on with the Giants right here. Some positivity. Hey, you might speak that into existence. Saquon Barkley could be in an MVP conversation with the New York Giants in December, because we have to run this offense through Saquon Barkley, especially in the beginning of the season. And the other guy, he was talking about the new coaching staff, and he said the new coaching staff, the offense looks way better than what it was last year, which it does. I know it's only preseason. Oh, it's only preseason. What are you talking about, Big Pat? No, they did look better going into this preseason, and looked a whole lot better. The blocking looked better. Everything looked better. And he said if they build a lead, we now have Wink Martindale that can say, hey, look, we can keep this lead. This New York Giants team offense builds a 10 to 13-point lead. We got a defense that can keep that lead. And just to speak on that, that's a good assessment, because what if we do build leads? What if we do build a lead and we're up by 10 points and only got about 5 minutes left in the game? Wink Martindale should be able to bring that home for us, or we're up by 7 points or 6 points. And we can finally stop somebody from scoring at the end of the game and winning the game, or stop somebody from scoring at the end of halftime. Those are the things that I'm looking for. That's the progress that I'm looking for in this team this season. But hey, shout out to those guys for spreading a little positivity. Shout out to John Schmelk, man. Real talk. See what you guys have to say about this. Looks like there was only one reply. Mike, he says, for your information, Olsen was just on BBC World News TV. Get the clip posted here on Twitter. Okay, so it had 8 retweets. Not a lot of things tweeted on here as far as replies. Guess what? Because it's positive. If they said something negative, you would have seen about 50 people on there. But let's get into the next segment. Let's get into the next article. Hey, we got some roster moves and roster notes for today. DB Harrison Hand released from the practice squad. We signed former starting cornerback Fabian Moreau to the practice squad. Look for him to be bumped up to the 53-man roster in about a week or two after they get some practice. And a shocker, Sandro Platzgummer was waived today. I thought he had an international exemption, but he was waived today. But I pretty much believe they'll bring him back to the practice squad. Let's see exactly what the fans have to say about these moves. All right, it says, Goated Joker. What's going on, Goated Joker? One of my followers. Like this guy. He says, no, Sandro. Hey, Platzgummer, man. I mean, he's a cool dude, man. Very good on special teams. Let's see if we bring him back to the practice squad. Christina G. She said, I thought Sandro had an international exemption. Why would they cut him? I don't know. But they expect him back on the practice squad via international pathway, which I pretty much see that happening. Hey, D Beast, he says, hey, Fabian might actually play a big role this season, so I'm excited for that. The Giants need corners desperately. Reply to that, I can't say they need corners desperately already because they haven't played a regular season game, but I can see them struggling at the corner position if Aaron Robinson doesn't grow up and learn how to cover a guy quickly on those deep routes when we send those blitzes. So, yeah, I can see that. I can see that being a problem going into the season. But, hey, I'm not saying anything's bad until I see it on the field, so I get some film on it. Got to look at the film. I know you guys hate that word, that quote. They say, not Sandro. Coach M, he says, the only roster move I accept in course of Sandro is from wherever to active. Yeah, okay. Everybody seems to like Sandro. I really like Sandro Platzgummer. Saw Water Wolf, he says, Morrow. Yeah, I mean, that's an but you're going to say and everybody's been wanting us to sign a veteran corner like it's just going to solve everything. But, hey, look, when we sign a veteran corner, don't blow it off now. We got a veteran corner. But let's get into some more articles. All right, I just seen this. This is from Mr. Average Beast. He says, if the Giants are in the market for a quarterback after this season, I put my money on Phil Jerkovich. Zachary Hurt says Phil Jerkovich is 6'5", 220, and he's pretty mobile. Next, Josh Allen, I've seen enough. I got one thing to say about this.
Hey. What are you doing? What is wrong with you? Hey.
What in the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Did y'all see that man play against Rutgers? Taj, if you're watching. Man, Giants fans are all over the place. You got Will Levis, Anthony Richardson, Young from Alabama, C.J. Stroud, Ohio State, Van Dyke from Miami, and you choose Phil Jerkovich? What are y'all doing, man? Phil Jerkovich? Did you see the? Whew. Y'all be tripping. So I made a post about Anthony Richardson could be dynamite in our system. And I got all time, after one game? Oh, really? Right after one game? After he beat the number 7 team in the country and he looked amazing, doing Jordan poses in the air, turning around, hitting people on 2-point conversions, getting 45-yard touchdown runs. And y'all back Phil Jerkovich from Boston College, who threw 2 or 3 picks against Rutgers and lost? He's 6'5", 220 and pretty mobile. The next Josh Allen, I've seen enough. So what is Anthony Richardson? He's 6'4", 245 and lightning quick and has a rocket of an arm, way better arm than what Phil Jerkovich can even think of. And this is your king? Phil Jerkovich? Man, y'all be tripping, man. Like, for real. Shout out to Obed. He says, haha, not a chance. Average B says, why not? What do you mean, why not? Sean says, because WBG has its same praises, yet Obed doesn't like him. Don't worry, once WBG gets around to copy and pasting the scouting report, he'll be cool with him. Not me. I'll be down. I'll be cool with some Jerkovich. Stretch Money, he says, he's a very good QB. Like him as well. Biggest concern is health. He got to show he can stay healthy. So you're willing to get rid of a guy that one of your biggest concerns was about him, and Daniel Jones, is health. But you accept a Phil Jerkovich who just lost to Rutgers? He just lost to Rutgers, and this is August 5th, so you already seen that he lost to Rutgers. Bobby McCormick, he says, I wouldn't say he's Josh Allen, but I do love some Phil Jerkovich. Come draft season, his stock is going to be on the rise. How? He just lost to Rutgers. But you hate Daniel Jones, but you'll take Phil Jerkovich? Fearless D's, he says, yes, he's going to be good. He has a good feel for the QB position, too. How? Please explain this to me, Giants fans. He threw 2 or 3 interceptions against Rutgers and lost to Rutgers. I don't get it, man. He says, maybe you're right. I'm not seeing it yet. I know he's right, and you won't see it. Phil Jerkovich is terrible. Terrible. And he says, I still think they like Will Levis. And that's another quarterback I forgot to mention that would be ahead of a damn Phil Jerkovich. What in the hell?
Hey. What are you doing? What is wrong with him? Hey.
I don't get that one. Let's carry on. My Judge Mathis voice. Let's carry on. Okay, so now we're on the Bleacher Report. And we're looking at an article. It says free agent contracts Giants must pursue after the preseason. That last Twitter post about Phil Jerkovich, man, I almost cut off the in the 2023 NFL Draft. The New York Giants, with their first pick in the first round, with their pick in the first round, they select Phil Jerkovich, quarterback, Boston College. Man, I'll tear this house up. Phil Jerkovich. Hey, if we try Phil Jerkovich, Brian Dabo and Kafka are fired. And they're going to fire Wink even if you got the #1 rated defense for co-signing for signing Phil Jerkovich. Well, let's get this article, man. Phil freaking Jerkovich? Are you serious? What are you doing? But, hey, look, okay. You said the New York Giants are headed to what likely is a rebuilding campaign. Duh. They are $6.6 million over the salary cap and would need to both clear space and examine budget options to make any last-minute additions. They're talking about some bargain players that we can get with the cap room that we get. More than likely going to restructure Leo Williams, but man, that Phil Jerkovich still got me. That Phil Jerkovich still got me messed up. All right, the first person they signed is LJ Fort, linebacker, formerly with the Ravens. All right, he's a 32-year-old linebacker, so we get rid of a 28 or 29-year-old linebacker, or he may be 30, to bring in a 32-year-old linebacker, LJ Fort, who doesn't have the same credentials as Blake Martinez, but this should be a guy that we sign. Oh, Lord. They said LJ Fort might not give New York a better starting option. So why are we scrounging money to save him if he's not even going to be able to beat out Tate Crowder or Calitro or Carter Coughlin or McFadden? Why would we even bother putting resources into a linebacker? We could have just kept Blake Martinez. That doesn't make any sense. With 91 games and 19 starts on his resume, plus experience in Wheat Martindale's system, Fort would make contributions sooner than later. How? When he just said that he couldn't even get off the bench. I'll rather go with Calitro and the younger guys to see what they can give me. This doesn't make any type of sense to me. They said give him a 1 year, $1.4 million contract. Come on, man. Fabian Moreau, hey, they got this one right. We signed him. Fabian Moreau is already a Giant, so they said $1.5 million for 1 year. Hey, if Aaron Robinson struggles, we can throw him in there and see if he does better. Hey, because signing a veteran is just the way to go, right? But Fabian Moreau more than likely be on a 53-man roster pretty soon. Darrell Williams, we've been connected to this guy Darrell Williams for about 4 years now, ever since Dave Gettleman got here. So we've been connected to this guy for like 4 years. For some reason, they want us to sign Darrell Williams. I don't know what's going on with Darrell Williams. He did get a big contract, but I guess he didn't live up to it, and now he's a free agent. I'd rather go with Joshua Ezeudu until Shane Lemieux gets healthy, and if Ezeudu is playing well enough, I'll leave Shane Lemieux on the bench. But I'd rather go with Ezeudu and see exactly what happens, and hopefully Ezeudu will be ready for week 1. But they said if we do sign him, 2 years, $10 million, no way, no how. No way, no how. I don't see the Giants doing that. I don't see them doing that at all. Hey, Giants fans, this might be a pretty good one. Giants football returns. 7 biggest storylines of the 2022 season. Let's see what they think of the 7 biggest storylines for the Giants heading into the 2022 season. All right, first one. Stop the free fall. Basically what they mean is stop this organization from falling flat on its face. We've been in the dirt for the past 4 years. Top 10 draft picks consistently. And yeah, stopping the free fall, it must happen. That's why I'm not negative about this season coming up, because I want these guys to be able to bring this franchise back to good standing. So yeah, that's a very good storyline. Let's see if they can stop the free fall of the Giants. That's a very good one. Number 2, Daniel Jones' future. I thought that would be number 1. Daniel Jones' future here. I'll continue to say it. If he sucks, he's gone. But he will have to have, I would say, almost an MVP type season to stay. And what I mean by MVP type season, I don't mean he has to win the MVP. I'm talking about probably like 30 touchdowns and lead us to the playoffs for them to consider keeping him in the future. And he might have to win a playoff game. Who knows? They didn't pick up his 5th-year option, so hey, this is his last year with the Giants in my eyes, but he can definitely change that. I'm not being negative on him. I want this kid to succeed, because if he turns into our quarterback, that's half the battle. Now we don't have to waste resources to draft a quarterback next year. So Daniel Jones, get it together, take us to the playoffs, put up some good stats, and maybe you're here next year. We might be giving you a $35 to $40 million contract after a franchise year if you could do it 2 years in a row. We'll see. The third storyline is a very good one as well. Is Saquon back for real? I think he's going to be back for real. And like John Schmelk on his podcast said, Mr. Tom said, he could be in the MVP conversation in December. I hope that's the case. And I truly believe that could be the case, because we're going to have to go through this, man. We're going to have to utilize Saquon Barkley for real. Just saying. All right, the first round picks, Evan Neal and Thibodeau. Yes, can they both stay healthy? Thibodeau, not going so well so far. Let's see if he's able to play week 1. I do not want the Giants to rush him back, but let's see exactly what he does, because he's an impact player when he's on the field. I've seen him in preseason. He looked very good. Evan Neal, they're saying he's getting more of a balance as far as his blocking. Definitely his pass blocking. He's becoming more of a technician. Stop ducking his head. Use that power. Have your head up. You're able to use that power and control the defensive lineman and knock him on his ass. So we'll see exactly what those 2 guys can do, because those 2 guys can lead us into future wins for this organization and turn this crap around. So yes, the eye in the sky is on those 2 guys for sure. The Wink effect, yeah, that's a very good one as well. This is actually a pretty good article. The Wink effect. What can Wink Martindale do for this defense? Can he turn this defense around? Can we be dominant again? Can we get off the field on 3rd downs? Can we stop people from scoring points before halftime? Can we hold on to a lead after we gain the lead in the 4th quarter? These are things that Wink is going to have to show. Can he get after the quarterback? Can he stop the run? Is his blitz happy scheme going to cause us to get killed? We don't know, but we'll start to find out this Sunday coming up in 6 days against the Titans. Let's see if he can stop Derrick Henry, and let's see if we can get off the field on 3rd downs and take a game. If we have the lead at the end of the game, up maybe 17-13, let's see if we can stop them from getting a touchdown from winning 20-17. Who knows? But there's a lot of things going on with Wink Martindale. That's a very good one. Galladay and Tony, another very good one. First of all, can these dudes stay healthy and stay on the field? Secondly, can they get on the field and produce? Thirdly, are they beefing? Who knows, man? That Instagram post by Kadarius Toney saying KG ain't none, everybody might be blowing that up. I don't know. But these two guys are going to have to produce, or maybe Galladay and Tony might not be here next year. And Galladay, a.k.a. Mr. Can't Get Right, we're going to be saying we miss you, Can't Get Right, after this season if you're not producing. Your contract is way too high. You're costing us way too much money. And maybe you're bringing down the morale of the offense. Who knows? But let's see exactly what they do. We're definitely going to see exactly what's to come this Sunday coming up against the Tennessee Titans. Hopefully to see that man on the field, Mr. Kadarius Toney, because I think he could be dynamite. But very good article. Kafka and Dabo. This is it's been reported that Kafka will be calling the plays week 1 against the Titans. Can Kafka get out there and call some plays where this offense could get moving? Or will this offense sputter again like they did last season against the Titans? Who knows? And will Dabo take over play calling duties if Kafka struggles his first game? That's going to be an interesting story to watch as well. Can those two, mesh together and really come together and create a new Giants offense? We will see. This is a very good article. And that was the last one. So, yeah, we're going to end it on that note, man. That was a very good article right there on Bleacher Report. Surprisingly, that was a very good article. But I do appreciate you guys staying in. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Man, this is New York Giants Full Access. Giants Twitter /media takes. Media news. I think this is pretty dope. We're going to see exactly what's being said about the Giants around the media. The next episode, you might see a video from ESPN or a video from Fox Sports 1. You might see Skip or Shannon Sharp saying some crazy stuff about us, and I'm going to get at them. You're going to see some more crazy things on Twitter. And today, Phil Jerkovich, not Anthony Richardson, not CJ Stroud, not Will Levis, not Bryce Young, not Tyler Van Dyke. Phil Jerkovich, according to some of the Giants fans in the Twitter sphere, is that dude. Phil Jerkovich. Boy, the things that I see on Twitter, man, I'm going to enjoy letting you guys see it as well. And on that note, until the next episode of New York Giants Full Access with Big Pat Sports Talk, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that join button if you want to support the channel and talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk. Because I'm going to talk my talk no matter what you thought. And join the Big Blue crew. And also note that Phil Jerkovich is that dude. Lost to Rutgers. Threw some major picks in that game. Very inaccurate. Not that mobile. Injury concerns. But hey, Giants fans, let's get them. Man, until the next episode, man. Peace, man. Peace. Yeah, I gotta get out of here. This has been a Big Blue Crew production.